King Edward the Seventh, who some call the Peacemaker, died in 1910. He was buried at Windsor, and in the procession were the finest and highest of men. There were 9 crowned kings, 30 proud princes, leaders of many's the land, and old Kaiser Bill rode next to King George, his field marshal's baton in hand. Cripping was caught that very same year, and Halley's comet flashed by. The first of the labour exchanges was opened the year the old king died. The Sydney Street siege opened 1911, where anarchy died in the flames. In London in June, King George and his queen, they played the coronation game. A place in the sun saw the Kaiser in Hamburg launching his new battleships. King George made India, Ireland and Wales the places for right royal trips. Titanic was launched on the day of the Derby, and London's last horsebus was shelved. The suffragettes mustered, demanding their rights, and in came 1912. Jack Judge went down to West Bromwich Town to open a brand new year, and he called in a pub for to have a little sup, 'cause he liked his drop of beer. And when he had a drink he started to sing, and his voice it raised up high. Me name's Jack Judge and I'll write you a song from Oldbury Town am I. Yes, me name's Jack Judge and I'll write you a song from Oldbury Town am I. Well, a Brummagem feller who was sitting nearby, he heard what Jack did say, and a pound to a penny, said he to Jack, you couldn't write a song in a day. Jack had a good laugh, and he had another drink, and he said, I'll take you on. This afternoon I'll write you a song, and I'll sing it for the day is done. Yes, this very afternoon I'll write you a song, and I'll sing it for the day is done. Then he had another laugh, and he sang a song or two, and he bought another beer. He caught the train to Stalybridge that night he was due to appear. That very first day of 1912, old Jack Judge won his bet. The song he made and he sang that day we never shall forget. Yes, the song he made and he sang that day we never shall forget. In March 1912, brave Scott and his comrades died while the snowstorm roared. Later that year, the good General Booth, he finally laid down his sword. There were riots in Ireland concerning Home Rule. Mrs. Pankhurst was imprisoned again, and Wilbur Wright died, that first amongst flyers, and the Royal Flying Corps was named. Titanic, she sank in the spring of that year, taking 1,500 lives. The Balkan states blazed from border to border, and death started sharpening its knives. Of the 1910 monarchs who mourned for King Edward by 1913, few survived, though some of them lived to a peaceful old age. Assassins took many's the life. Death came calm to China and Sweden. Elsewhere the murderers hanged. Took the Pasha of Turkey, the king of the Greeks. Spain survived its plans. The armies of Europe paraded and postured. The stockpiles of weapons increased. At The Hague, as if in grim desperation, they opened the Palace of Peace. As the suffragettes seethed, in came 1914, and an Austrian archduke was slain in less than 2 months. All Europe was marching, and death was in business again. Many's the young man, from many's the family, willingly gave his all. They died in their millions for a dubious victory, answering Kitchener's call. As they rode off to war in their trains and their troopships, they sang as they hurried along. Their words echoed down from the graveyards of Flanders, singing old Jack Judge's song. Yes, their words echo down from the graveyards of Flanders, singing old Jack Judge's song. It's a long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly, farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there. Yes, it's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart's right there.